Okay, I'm just going to go over a little bit of question 42 on the lesson 8 problem set. So in this problem, we're talking about cancer treatments and the number of patients that survive after going through cancer treatment. I've already gone through and circled my key information. So for step 1, I'm done. For step 2, I need to identify my formula. And here we're talking about patients. I need to think, is my patients or my patient populations going up or down? So it's a little bit of a sad problem, but the patient population is not going up. It's not growing at an exponential rate. The number of people who are surviving is going down. So I'm going to use my half-life equation. That equation is NT equals N0 times 1/2 to the T divided by H. Okay? And just one last hint. I don't want to work through this problem start to finish. One last hint to help you with this problem. If you divide through by N0, so on the left-hand side, if we have NT divided by N0 is equal to 1/2 to the T over H, this proportion represents, this is the percent of patients who are still alive. Okay, that's what this ratio represents. So the outline of how you would solve this problem. First, you need to use the information up here and let T equal 5 years. Let NT divided by N0 equal 0.80. And you solve for H. This is your answer to part B. Your next step, for part A, this problem's a little bit backwards, but we have to do part B in order to get part A. So in part A, you'll use your H, which we just got, and your T will be 10 years. And your NT divided, or your NT divided by N0, that's your question mark. Oh, sorry. This is your question mark in part A. This is for part A. Whenever you solve for H, you will have to use one of the methods we talked about. Actually, let me just tell you right now, you're going to have to graph and find the intersection. So let me break down this component right now. Graph and find the intersection. So to graph and find the intersection, you will have a formula that looks like NT divided by N0 is equal to 1/2 to the T divided by H. But your T is going to be 10 years. Sorry, your T is going to be 5 years right here. And your NT divided by N0 is going to be 0.80. So let me set that up. 0.80 is equal to 1/2 to the power of 5 over H. So to solve for H, you would plot this. This is your F1 of X. Your F2 of X is 1/2 to the power of 5 over X. So instead of writing H, I write X. Okay, so you plot these two functions, and then you go to Menu, Analyze Graph, and you want to find the intersection point. Okay, so if you get stuck on this part right here, create a comment on YouTube, and I will post another video over the weekend on how to get to this. Okay, so post comment if you have issues. Alright, so just to recap, your first step is solving for h, using t equals 5 years and nt over n0 equals 0.80. In order to solve for h, you have to do a couple things. You have to graph and find the intersection point. So this is the formula. Nt over n0 is 0.80. Our t is 5 and our h is unknown. So you let this be your first function, let this be your second function. You graph both of these and you go Menu, Analyze Graph, Intersection Point. And then you'll have to select some points to find where the two figures intersect. So again, post a comment if you have issues with this problem, and I'll try to add more. Have a great weekend.